Hello, welcome to Misfiction, a horror RPG maker game developed by Hatoge, available on itch.io. And apparently, you've been kidnapped and you find yourself in a basement. In someone's basement, presumably your stalker. I guess we'll see. And I guess content warning, this is a horror game. So there might be some disturbing elements. I mean, mainly the fact that we've been kidnapped. I guess it's kind of like the whole premise of the game, but new game. Here you go. Content warning. Rated 14 plus. How do you rate your games? I mean, I guess there's like standards. I never know. Like, what's considered like 14 plus? What's 12 plus? What's 16 plus? How do you make these arbitrary age requirements, But anyway, here's Rylan, right? Let's pronounce it. Rylan. What the? I wake to a cold and unfamiliar room, taped to a chair. Someone must have kidnapped me in my sleep. While I'm completely shocked at who would do this to a student with no existing money to extort, I suddenly hear the sound of a doorknob turning. Kidnap in your sleep. I mean, I guess if you've been drugged, and I was just thinking like, you gotta be a very heavy sleeper. If you're not gonna notice someone kidnapping you in the middle of the night. But again, maybe you've been, there may have been some drugs involved, I don't know. It seems like I came to check on you during the right time, says John. How are you feeling? I hope my men were not too rough with you. John? What the? Are you the one who kidnapped me? Why, of course not. I had my men kidnap you. I didn't lift a finger. I didn't do it. I just ordered someone else to do it. Oh, I see. Well, as if that doesn't make it any better. The hell you have me kidnapped for? Is this your sick idea of a prank? Because let me tell you, it sucks. After you turned down my proposal, you left me with no choice. Of course, this wasn't my first thought. But after I did some research, I came to the conclusion that this would be the best approach. What kind of research told you to kidnap me? You see, I googled... falling in love with another male is a first for me. So I did some romantic reading into the subject. You see, I read a lot of like... I don't know, like... BL novels that have like... that's like... that has all like a BDSM, elements to it. Anyway, I consume a plethora. Is that how you pronounce, or how do you spell it? Is it an E? I might be wrong. Anyway, I consume a plethora of different stories, many of which had the submissive men be reluctant at first. However, in the end, he would always find love after the other man was resilient, in many cases with force. Ah, yes, of course. So he just basically he read a lot of Yaoi fanfiction. I'm a little afraid to ask, but where exactly did you find this research material? BL, yes. Are you stupid? Are you an idiot? I have an above average IQ. You have to have a very high IQ to play this game. This is real life, not a manga. It may just be fiction. However, does fiction not inspire life more often than we like to admit? I'm confident you will fall in love with me. I'm looking forward to it. No, you listen here. I would rather choke on my own piss than date a conceited piece of shit like you. If you really think that these feelings will change by holding me captive, then, I don't know, something's wrong with you. Good night, my love. Wait, set me free, goddammit! Good. So this is a case of a male yandere, I guess. Ugh. And thus the game ends. We just is in this basement forever. I close my eyes and try to collect my thoughts. Why is this happening to me? What did I ever do to deserve this? Not once have I led this guy on, so why? Well, that's the thing of yanderes, they fall in love with you for no particular reason other than the fact that they want to fall in love. So, kind of like an obsession, Just how have things turned out this way? We first met 2 months ago. It was the first day of university, and I had just arrived before my very first lecture. I scanned the room quickly before spotting a familiar face in the crowd. Aha, there you are. Morning, Eugene. Okay, Eugene. This dude. That reminds me of a different character, like some other anime. I don't know who. Anyway. Good morning, Rylan. Are you sure you want to sit next to me, though? Who else would I want to sit next to? A potential future boyfriend? Stop it. What are you, my mom? Not in this tone, young man. Look. In all seriousness, I'm just trying to be a good wingman. You deserve someone sweet. And you're a terrible drunk when you're feeling lonely. Hey, wingman, huh? I'd taken a seat next to my high school friend Eugene, when suddenly I sensed someone behind me. John. Move. Huh? Are you of impaired hearing? I said you should move. Why? I surveilled the auditorium. This is the seat I've chosen. Now move, okay? Oh, I see. Let me think about it. Nah, I don't think I will. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I too quiet? I said no. Better luck next time. Rylan? It's okay. We can just... Not moving. How amusing. Omoshiroi. What's your name? Rylan. Don't worry about remembering it. I'll carve it into the seat. No need. I will remember. After sizing me up once more, he turned on his heel and started harassing a different student at the other end of the room, who, unlike me, gave his seat up to him. Those types of guys are the worst. I don't know, I'm trying to think like in real life. I don't think I ever met such a man before. You know, like, I don't know, like, someone just comes up to you and is like, that's my seat. Get out. You know, it's like, I don't think I've ever seen that, like, that type of person before. I don't know. And then Rylan is saying, like, those type of guys apparently are common, or, well, not common, but, you know, apparently he's seen enough of those type of people that, you know, he's judged them. You know, he's made a judgment on them. I don't know. Anyway. It's just, like, weird. I don't know. Anyway. If anything, I would think he's, like, socially awkward. You know? I would think John's, like, just socially awkward. You know? He's, like, making a weird thing where it's, like he wants this seat because he's, like, you know, he wants to be closer to the professor or something because he can't see. Or, you know, maybe that's the reason. But, like, he can't communicate that properly, so he comes across as, like, an asshole. I don't know. That's my first thought. Anyway. Oh, boy. What's wrong? I think that was John Blanc. John who? Dude, he's like super rich. There's rumors that his family has their hands in some shady businesses. Or shady business? Shady businesses? I don't know. I think I have literal businesses. But anyway. He's probably someone you shouldn't mess with. So what? I'm not bound down to that. Cunt. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. You know, the game said it, not me. I get your frustration, but... I'm not worried. Don't worry, Rylan's just Australian, right? That's how it works? After our first encounter, I would sometimes catch him staring at me during lectures. I would stare back until he gave me a smirk and looked away. I was somewhat convinced that he was either plotting some sort of revenge or just simply messing with me. Until I was approached again in the hallway on my way home. Rylan Baker. Oh. To what do I owe the displeasure? I've come to hear that you're gay. Is that correct? You are gay. Interesting. What's it to you? If so, I have a proposal to make. Just spit it out. What do you want? I want you. Be mine. You're joking, right? Did my tone convey such intentions? So you're saying you like me? Like? I just want you to be mine. Why? Because you fascinate me. Never have I encountered someone who was brave enough to look me in the eyes, let alone defy me. You know, it's kind of like a trope. You know, it doesn't have to be even a yaoi trope. It's just in general. It's like the rival character, you know, like any kind of fighting anime, which often turns into like yaoi fanfiction. But anyway, it's like the haughty rival that's like very arrogant. And then is the one time they get like knocked down a peg, do they get fascinated by the protagonist? Anyway. I simply must have you, so be mine. Yeah, as enticing as it sounds to be your property, I think I'd rather die a long and painful death, full offense. You're turning me down. Yep, and the next time you like someone, maybe don't be an ass to them, just as a little tip. If I knew things would turn out like this, I would have just moved back then. Or I would have just moved back then, rather. Like move out of town? Oh. Of course, these thoughts seem awfully pointless now. Hey! After a few hours of wallowing in my own self-pity while drifting in and out of consciousness, I hear a soft voice call out to me. Huh? Up here. Eugene, is that you? Yes, are you okay? Oh, well, you know, just getting kidnapped by someone who takes life advice from badly written romance tropes. Typical Tuesday, really. I think it's a bit early to joke about that. The situation is quite serious, Rylan. I know, just doesn't feel real, I guess. Anyway, how'd you find me? Okay, please don't get mad, but after you told me about John's confession, I just had a really bad feeling about it. So I might have installed a tiny tracking device on you. Okay. You what? I'll apologize another time. For now, just be glad it helped me find you. Never mind all that. When is the police arriving? Also, are you a yandere? That sounds like a very yandere thing to do, to install a GPS, tracking device. Anyway. Yeah, about that. John's family is wired deeply within the police department in the city. If I went to them about this, they would just make an excuse to arrest me. You can't trust the police. My uncle is part of the department. He said that he can assure you safety once you made it out, but until then, we're on our own. You can't be serious. What the hell am I supposed to do? Are you telling me the only choice is to pretend to like that? Cunt? Am I allowed to say that twice in one video? I don't know. No, of course not. Listen, I don't think John expects anyone to look for you already, so you probably had his guard down. Now's our best chance to get you out of here. Right, so what's the plan? I climbed over a wall to get to the premises, so that'll be our way out once you've managed to leave the house. The main entrance has a security system, so that won't do. However, I found a window in the back you should be able to get through. I can't open it from the outside, but it seems to be connected to some kind of food storage area, maybe close to the kitchen. Our biggest hurdle will be getting you out of this room. I didn't hear a key when he left. The door probably isn't locked. The bigger issue is that I'm taped to this stupid chair. That's why it has tape. Taped? You would think he was rope. Rope is the classic, kidnap victim to the chair thing, but it's tape, I guess, instead of rope. Is it duct tape, maybe? Oh. Oh, that's great news. The tape should be manageable. Try this. Eugene uses a thin rope to lower a cutter knife into my hands. After wiggling the tape a bit looser, I'm able to cut myself free. Aha, freedom! It may be a bit early for celebrations. Be sure to stay on guard. Yeah, I know. I'll stay here for now. Just come back and talk to me if you need anything, and I'll see what I can do. You've got this, alright? Alright. And Eugene? Thank you. Thank you once you made it out. Right, I'll be off. See you soon. I have now full control of my character. I will make a save. How can I help? I like to talk. Are you sure this is the time? I just need to calm myself down a little. Right. It's important to take breathers now and then. I'm glad that you're looking after yourself. Just make sure you don't get caught by John. No need to call that ass by his name. He doesn't deserve that much respect. I've avoided using swears for years. I'll not start now. Shh. Alright. How are you doing? I'm a little cold for the most part, but I'm okay. Definitely better off than you. Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. Only because I feel like you're not taking this situation seriously enough. Yeah, or you are voice. I feel a bit typo, a little, or rather, I'm making real life typos, I'm making like speaking typos. But anyway, I was gonna say, a few typos in there. Your voice calms me down. I am just hearing your voice calms me down. Reminds me that I'm not going through this alone. Of course you aren't. I'll be here for you until we get out of here. So just hang in there. Yeah, thank you. Tomorrow we should go eat sushi. We earned it. Seriously? Alright, if you're paying. I guess I do owe you for, saving me. I guess I do owe you for my, my life or whatever. I wouldn't go that far, but hey, if it gets me free sushi, I do like sushi. Why not save your life next time? You owe me food too. Sure. What if I don't make it out? Your chances will be much higher if you're actually trying instead of talking to me. I'm kidding, of course you'll make it out. John may be strong, but he's also overconfident. He doesn't believe in your abilities. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Do you believe in my abilities? I think you have a good shot. That doesn't sound very convincing. I'm being serious. If you pull yourself together, you can do it. So don't start doubting yourself, okay? Alright. I don't know. Well, there's a whole conversation you can have with Eugene. You hold no more power over me, chair! Instead of talking to chairs, you should really try and escape. I know. But I want to talk to chairs, though. Item. I do have a cutter. Can I just stab John, Well, the thing is, if you kill John, kind of like, it's self-defense in a way, but still, it's kind of hard to argue in court if he's like super rich. He's like from a rich family, and apparently he has connections in the police department. It's gonna look really bad. You're gonna draw the ire of the family. Man, this whole thing kind of reminds me of high school. I don't remember any rich stalkers being after you in high school. Not that part. I'm talking about you bailing me out of confinement. You mean well-deserved attention? It was not well-deserved. Mr. Hudson had it out for me, I'm telling you. Maybe you shouldn't have kept drawing silly caricatures of him on the blackboard. Worth it. Alright. Can I ask him for help? Well, I don't know, just I don't need help, but I just want to see what it does. Can I help you with? I'm not sure. How am I supposed to help you? Okay. Well, we haven't done anything yet. You should leave the room for one. Let's explore a little bit. Instead of talking to Eugene all day. Okay. This machine's empty. This one's running. Strangely enough, there's no timer indicating when the machine will be done. I don't know if that's a thing, if that's important or not, I don't know. Apparently we are in a house. It makes sense. We're in that basement, That room it was just very gray, It just made me think it was like a underground bunker or something. But apparently we're in a house. Typical torture dungeon. Under a rich guy's house, that's how it works. Plus it's empty, could probably fit a person. Whenever a game ever says that, it means there's a monster that's gonna chase you and you're gonna have to hide in the closet. You think about it, it's kind of like a metaphor. It's like symbolism. Anyway, over here. Is this the same? Is this the same room? I guess it's the same room. Okay. Oh, it's a different room. It's a little confusing. Okay. Now this is the kidnap room. That's the laundry room, and that's like a whatever room. I don't know what this is. Potions? There's potions on the shelf. This is the closet room. Okay. All right. Let's go up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning. I don't think I did. But apparently this is a horror game, but it's also a comedy game. It's a comedy horror game. So I guess there's a lighthearted tone to it as well, even though you're in the, in such a situation, I guess. Fancy dining room, I guess. What's over here? Kitchen. Can I get a knife? Can I dual wield? Get the cutter knife and the kitchen knife? That's locked. Nothing you can do really. We just... I guess nothing really happens maybe until we actually go to a particular spot, maybe. Okay. Do we not... You know, this looks like the front door, but it doesn't look like we can just leave from the front door. Obviously. Oh, oh. Dog. Yeah, no, not going near that giant dog. Maybe you can find a way to distract it somehow. Alright. Maybe that's the first puzzle of the game. Get something to distract the dog. Classic video game puzzle. And in a typical point-and-click adventure game, it requires like 50 steps. You know, you gotta get the salt shaker and give it to the neighbor. And the neighbor gives you like eggs, and then you trade the eggs with the merchant, and then you get like a hat, and then you gotta trade the hat with the person that doesn't have a hat, and he'll give you like a bag, and you use the bag to, I don't know. You go to the butcher, and then finally the butcher gives you the meat, and then finally you can use the meat on the dog or something. That's just the first thought I think of when I think of like the trope of like distracting a dog. Like it's never straightforward. Piano? Of course he plays the piano. Is that a stereotype? Rich people play pianos? There's some expensive looking coats in the closet. There's no space for someone to fit inside. But there's a key on the closet floor. Oh, interesting. I got a key. Somewhere in the house, eh? Well, we saw one locked door, I think. In the pantry area, you know, the kitchen area. A book from the studies. I really don't want to think about uni right now. Lock with a pin code. Well, I guess I don't have that pin code. Cleaning solutions. Big like spa area. Okay. I mean, he is rich, I guess. He can have anything he wants. Kind of interesting. Not interesting, but rather strange that there's no one here in this big mansion. Seems like. Is this like an abandoned mansion? Also, I didn't mention it, but there's a very creepy teddy bear here. But you would think that at least there'd be like maids and butlers. I guess he made sure. I mean, even if there were, then they'll be on his side, I imagine. Yeah, everything's just dark and there's no one here. Let's go over here. Maybe go here. Can I use the key? Oh, yeah, I thought it was here. I thought you're supposed to use the key here. No, not here. All right. In that case, where should I go? I mean, obviously, it's kind of hard to see because it's dark. I don't know where to go exactly. I imagine if you go back to Eugene, he'll probably say something to the effect of like, "Just use the key. Just go explore and find a place to use the key, bro." Oh, there you go. It's that door. Oh, it's a library. Study room. Any books? Any cool books? No. No dialogue about the books. It leads over there. But you know, we don't really, I guess, we don't have enough stealth ability to sneak around the dog, but there's a map. Oh, interesting. Okay. Here's a map. Where are we, though, at the moment? You know, this would be more useful if it said, like, you are here. That's how it is in, like, in malls, right? There's, like, a you are here thing. Because I don't know where we are right now. It looks like part of it has been cut off at the bottom. Okay. Where am I? That's the... Oh, that's interesting. So that's kind of a hint. Okay, this is the basement, I imagine. -1 floor. Is that how you like label it? -1 floor. This is the kidnap room. That's the laundry. And that's the room with the closet. At least the first closet that we saw. Apparently there's a hidden entrance there, so... we might be able to use that. I'm assuming... I guess we're over here. The dog is over here. So, let's see. Where haven't I explored yet? There's these rooms, apparently. Just, like, blocked off, I guess? Is that one, too? I don't know what these X's are, to be honest. Well, I guess I'll double-check the second floor. And check over here. If I don't find anything, I guess I'll go back to the basement maybe and talk to Eugene. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe these are like closets they can hide in. Maybe not, because this is supposed to be one here, right? Yeah, anyway. Well, I mean, that's the biggest hint that there's something in the... okay, my character was moving automatically. So there's a cutscene. I was going to say, though, yeah, there's a hidden entrance in the basement. So you should probably look there. Oh, Rylan, how naughty of you. I don't know how you escaped, but just be a good boy and come back with me, alright? I need to find somewhere to hide. Uh-oh. Ah! 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 Oh, okay. Got stuck. Game over. And thus, you know, you're forced to be the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, there is a closet in the bedroom, it seems like. I was wondering if I can find here. Okay, there you go. Bum, bum, bum. Doki doki. Is he gone? Yeesh. Alright. I mean, do you even have a weapon? You know, he's just walking. He's just walking menacingly at you. You know, it didn't seem like he even brandished a weapon or anything. I mean, normally, you know, someone's chasing you in the RPG Maker game. They'll have some kind of weapon or they're like a monster. But no, he's just walking at you. Just his very presence, you know, his threatening aura. Let's talk. We're gonna talk about Mr. Hudson. A continuation of our previous conversation. What do you think Mr. Hudson's been up to since he was transferred? Are you bored or something? Well, anyway, I heard he got divorced. Oh, dang. I hope Hudson Jr. is doing okay. Yeah. I think you make a good dad. Do you think I make a good dad? I don't know. I think you've been a good dad. I think you'll make a great dad someday. Oh, thank you. You too. You find a guy that can take care of you, of too. Hey, I'll be the main caretaker. You'll see. Please. I would love to see that. Alright. Help. What can I help you with? Not sure. Oh, still not sure. Okay. You think he'd be to talk about that hint on the map? Hey, Eugene. Yeah? Thank you for taking care of me. Not just now, but also back in high school. You always look after me, even though I know I'm a pain to deal with sometimes. Oh, you are for sure. But I wouldn't want it any other way. I like spending time with you, just the way you are. Me too. Even though you can be a real killjoy sometimes, I wouldn't want you any other way. Alright. Just some, you know, moral support. Or you go over here and get murdered. I imagine? I don't know. There's a vent in the wall, however the cover has been screwed on top of it. Aw, man. There's a sussy vent in the wall, but I need like a screwdriver now. Seriously? Eugene, you got a screwdriver on you? You got that cutter, like box cutter, I guess, on you? You have a screwdriver? No, apparently not. Yeah, you're no help. Itaki, though? Eugene, well, what's wrong? Just say it. Once we get out, No, now is not the time. I'll tell you once we're out of here. Jeez, well now I'm curious. But you're right, save it. Right, I think I'm gonna focus on getting out now. Talk to you later. Alright. And I don't know if we're supposed to have... I felt like I don't know if we're supposed to have a bunch of conversations with Eugene all at once. I feel like maybe you're supposed to like come back to him a few times and talk. But, I don't know, you could just do that with him, I guess. Maybe I missed something in here. Oh, wait, oh, there's something sparkling in here. What the heck? I didn't think to go... You know, I never think to go back to the scene of the crime, you know, in a sense. Like, I never think to, like, do a thing twice that I've already done. In every puzzle game ever, you know? Every single time. It's always what I get stuck on. It's like, you do something, and you're done with that room, so you just never touch it ever again. Or like you do a puzzle, and you finish with that puzzle, so you never go back to that puzzle ever again. But sometimes video games are kind of like, nope, actually, you just have to go back. It's like, what? But I thought I checked it already, you know? Like always, every time. Anyway, a key. That guy must have dropped it earlier. Huh, idiot. Alright, so that's what you do. I got stuck on that for a while. I was like looking around the house, trying to look for another key or anything. But no. You just have to go back to where you were before, basically. Alright, now that I have a key, I guess check out some other locked doors. What about this one? Okay, this one is open now. Play the game. Okay. Oh, this is the casino. This is the casino room, I guess. You have your own very casino. So you can gamble away your own money, I guess. For fun. It's a claw machine. Inside are some stuffed animals. Ooh, I love these. Okay, stop right there. This is not the time. Besides, I don't have any change on me anyway. In that case, it doesn't really accomplish anything. I feel like getting in this room. Stuffed animal, though. I mean, that could work as a distraction for the dog, maybe. Hey, wasn't there a stuffed animal over here? You could also throw that teddy bear at the dog, maybe? Play some fetch? No? Guess not. I guess that's it. Oh, someone left a pendant with a locket on his table. I thought that was like part of the, I thought that was part of the actual table, that like some kind of decoration or whatever, but apparently you can interact with it. Can't pry it open, it's too rusted. This makes me want to open it even more. For a second, I almost sound like that creep. Oh well, no harm in taking it with me, and if it's to be petty. Okay, we stole from his house. Okay, so you can take that pendant with you. All right, you know how I mentioned point-and-click adventure games and how like convoluted this is. This is getting even more convoluted actually. I got a rusted pendant apparently. Okay, how does that help me? I don't know. Anything else in this room? I mean, I knew there had to be something. I didn't think it was that table. I thought it was like part of the sprite. That was a part of the sprite art, not an object that you interact with. Anyway. Guess that's it. Scoured every inch of that room. Now they have a rusted pendant. How do you open a rusted pendant? Well, let's see. Well, actually, I have an idea. The pendant is kind of rusted shut, right? So what if we possibly use this? Yeah. I wonder if this could clean off the rust from this pendant I found. I can't believe I'm cleaning up this kind of stuff now. Just how desperate am I? That's like 3 times now? Again, don't worry about it. Rylan's totally Australian. Even though I'm not doing an Australian accent because I can't do an Australian accent. Don't worry about it. The rust has come off. The inside of the pendant has a picture of a woman on the right side and something engraved on the other. His mom perhaps. Didn't take him for a mama's boy. The engraving must be her birth year. Okay, so that's kind of a hint. 1968. Well, the only thing that has mentioned something to do with a code would have been this. 1968. Up. So this is where that thief put my phone. Aside from a phone, there's a lone picture in the box. What the hell? When did he take this? Seriously, what a creep. It's just a placeholder. I plan on adding many more pictures of you once you submit yourself to me. Okay, great. No thanks. I don't want to be you're like photo shoot model, whatever, fashion model. Bye. Sayonara. Sayonara. Okay. Find this closet. Which makes no sense, by the way. You know, you like, where would he logically? Where would we have been? You know, the only place would have been in that closet, right? And maybe the vent, but the vent wasn't open. So like, this actually makes no sense because if he chases us into this room, he doesn't see us. This is the only possible place we could be. So, you know, maybe he doesn't have above average IQ. Anyway, ew, I really need to be more on guard. I don't think my heart can take this a third time. Like, the other room made more sense because, you know, if you hide in a closet, I think the bedroom or whatever, then there's other paths, right? But this room only leads here. There's only one exit, really. Anyway. Alright, what do you get? We got a phone. And a photo. But, well, we didn't pick up the photo, I guess. A smartphone. I can call Eugene. Rylan? Barely. You got your phone back. Nice. What can I do for you? Oh, okay. Now you can talk to him whenever you want. I already kind of did most of the conversation with him, though, so I don't think we need to do anything else. Focus getting out right now? Right, I'll do that. All right. So I guess the game, you know, I think I might have jumped the gun, I guess, with the whole talking to Eugene early in the beginning, because we could probably have done that later on in the game. Oh, this one has stopped, I think? Seems like the machine has finished its job. Search laundry? Okay. Well, that isn't obvious, but unfortunately, there is no key, but someone forgot some change in their jeans. Well, there you go. I was saying something about how, like, when I was, like, running around this house, complaining about how, like, I don't know where I need to go, I was saying something about how, like, I wonder if these laundries are coin-operated, or rather, laundry machines are coin-operated. And so just grab some coins from the washing machine, but actually that is kind of the solution, actually. Find some coins in this machine. That's what you need to do. Alright. Man. Some change. John must have forgotten. A rich guy like John even need change, you know? Anyway. Well, we know where to use that change. It will be in the gambling room. Gambling room. Don't ban me, Twitch. Because gambling's not allowed or something like that. No, I'm exaggerating a little bit. But I think there was some kind of, like, you know, some kind of, like, policy, or, you're not supposed to promote, like, actual real gambling on your streams. That's like, I mean, it makes sense, I guess. I don't know the deeper, I don't know the deeper implications of that necessarily, but it makes sense to me. It's like, you shouldn't, like, promote, gambling on stream. It's kind of weird. And, strife, like, it's rife with, like, scams, probably, And then that happened somewhere, I don't know if it's Twitch or YouTube, but isn't there, like, someone who, like, try to scam people with, like, some kind of, like, fake casino with, like, rigged odds? Anyway. Like an online casino, Anyway. I do have some change. I totally need a stuffed animal to escape. Yep. Not to feel my gambling addiction. Nope. Alright. I'm to get a stuffed animal. Dang, I'm really out of practice. I got the ugliest one. Oh well. I was wondering if you could play a little mini game. Metal change probably should focus on my escape as well. Yep. A stuffed toy. Don't get to see it? That's too bad. Alrighty. Well, now that we have a stuffed toy, I mean, the only thing to think of, even though there's a stuffed toy over here, though, but maybe distract the dog with it? That's my first thought. Woof woof. Hey, buddy, look what I got here. Don't you want this ugly toy? Yeah, I thought so. Is it not interesting enough? I guess not, okay. How do I make it interesting? I don't know why you can't use it by itself, but I think there's some gravy here. I wonder if the dog would be interested in the toy if it has some more smell to it. There's a funny there's an option to say no. Nah, put gravy on stuffed toy. This better work. Now it's a stuffed toy full of gravy. Oh, my pockets are sticky. You know, I was thinking you could just use the gravy by itself. You know, why do you have to put it on a stuffed toy necessarily? Then again, I don't know dog psychology. I don't know, but I would think you could just grab like a cup of gravy, just throw it on the floor, and he'll probably just lick it off the floor, you know? You don't need to like put it on a stuffed toy. You know, we went through this very convoluted adventure just to put gravy on the stuffed toy, but anyway. Here we go, good doggo. Oh, I ran off with it. Well, at least that's taken care of. Alright. Section unlocked. You can finally go in this room. This hallway, really? And explore a little bit more. What's over here? Rope. Screwdriver, finally. Alright, always useful to have. Okay. Anything else in this room? Just no. You're down here? No. The garage door is firmly locked. Dang. Can't you open it from the inside? Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how garages work. I've never actually lived in a place with a garage, actually. I've always lived in apartments. So I don't know. I mean, there's parking garages, I guess, but that's different. I don't know. Anyway, I was just thinking, like, why can't you open the garage from the inside? That's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe it's like key operated. Maybe is there like a key thing you gotta like do, like a fob maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, here's another spa area, I guess, maybe? Not really a spa. I don't know. It's another pool. Yeah, I guess. Now our feet are like wet. You know, you just walked in there. Socks are all wet now. It's disgusting. Alright, so we have the screwdriver. Okay, well, I think I know what to do. From here, use a screwdriver on the sus event. Oh, except you're gonna have another chase sequence. You're gonna back out. Shit. I need to find a way to get to that bastard to go somewhere else. Oh? Eugene? Can you help us this time? I've been calling you like... Not really call him, but rather talking to him like 5 million times, and every time he doesn't really help me. Yeah, I was thinking he's a hint system, but he wasn't a hint system at all. You know, I thought this help button... I don't know, reminds me of like Rempe. You know how like in Rempe games, there's like a help button in the main menu, but it doesn't give you actual help for the game, it just gives you controls. So help is like misleading. When I think of help, I think of gameplay help. Anyway, help me. Hey, do you think you could distract that guy for me? He's camping the basement, you know, what a camper. And I sort of need to go there. Alright, I'll make some noise. That should distract him for a bit. Thank you, but please be careful. Of course. But just to be safe, maybe don't call me for a while. Right. I'll hear you soon. I'll hear you soon? Kind of weird sign off. I don't know. I never heard of that before. Hear you soon? See you soon? It's like see you soon, but hear you soon? Nah. Maybe that's a joke. Nice. The air should be clear now. The air should be clear now? That's also kind of weird. Like, what's the meaning of that? It's like the air should be clear. It's like the area should be clear? I don't know. Anyway. Why is it the air should be clear? Is there some kind of idiom? I don't know. It just feels weird to me. What do you mean the air should be clear? It should be clear now. It should be like, well, it should just be... He should have said just, it should be clear now, you know? But, anyway, I don't know. Open the sus event. Go. Oh, in this event. He is conveniently person-sized. Okay. Oops, I want to leave. Oh, look at this book. Seems to be some kind of journal John wrote. I could not care less. You know, we do not want the backstory of the antagonist, I guess. We don't care. Zero sympathy. The wall is plastered with pictures. They seem to be of the same day as the picture from John's room. That one was his favorite, huh? There's a key on the desk. I swear to God, this better be the key I need. Alrighty. It's funny, yeah, because normally we would get, if you see a journal in an RPG Maker game, usually it's like some kind of exposition or backstory, but nope, we don't care, I guess. Alright, so we got the key. Where do we use the key? New. What's the place that is still locked, I wonder? I mean, there's this place, right? There's... Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. Oh shit, not again. Making me look everywhere for you. What a bad boy. Come here so I can punish you. Ew. I'm not into that. You need the consent. Ah, damn it. I died. I was trying to leave. Where would a closet be? Is there a closet in the new area that I was exploring? I actually don't remember if there was. There's this area, but... Okay. Oop. No closet here, I don't think. It comes out really quickly as well. Scary. Not really scary, rather dramatic. Dramatic chase music. Is what I want to say. Where do I go? I don't know. Again, I want to use the laundry chute, but I'm going there, I guess. Okay. That doesn't work. Gambling room? I'll lose you in the gambling room. Ha, hoo-ha. I challenge you to a duel. Huh? I've had it. I locked the door with a playroom key. Oh, okay. I didn't think to do that. I was just running around. It seems like when you know, the closets don't seem to work anymore. And so I was just running around. But I guess the idea is that you're supposed to lock him in the casino, I guess. I guess if you were, you know, above average IQ, you might have thought about that, but I didn't. I just got lucky. Unlock the door at once. No, Art. Even if you escape, I will find you. Right, we'll see about that. Man, really should have thought of this last time. That would have made things much easier. Okay. Maybe, I don't know, yeah, maybe... I wonder if players who played this game before mentioned that to the developer, right? It's kind of like a logical fallacy, or... not fallacy, but rather it's like maybe you could have done this from the beginning, you know? The player might have thought about it, but the character didn't. Possibly. I don't know, anyway. Alright, so he's locked in there. Won't chase us ever again. Unless he calls his butlers, and then, you know, it's like his army of butlers with machine guns. And then kills us. I'm actually, for some reason, my head is empty. What do we do now? What were we doing last, before we were being chased? Oh yeah, we were going to another locked door, because we just got a key from the suspicious vent area. And then, you know, the only locked door would have been here. I don't know where this leads, though. Come on, be the right key. Unlock the door. Yes, finally. And I don't know where this leads. Is this a room? Oh, there's a chute here. Where does it go? Maybe... oh, maybe it's the garbage chute? Rylan? In the flesh. You made it, you son of a gun. Yeah, couldn't have done without you. Well, let's save the celebrations for after we get home. John's backups are probably on the way. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. I think that's the garbage chute. I don't know. It wasn't clear. Anyway, after we fled John's premises, Eugene's uncle picked us up and brought us to a safe location. You can save now? No, we can to a safe location. We fled our state for some time, lived with some of Eugene's relatives. Just fleeing the state. I wonder how much that costs. We were ready to start a new life over there when we learned that John had been arrested. Apparently, his parents dropped his ass after they found out about the incident, which led to his arrest. Although I can't help but wonder if they dropped him because what he did was bad, or because the one he was after is a guy. It's hard to celebrate a victory like that. But at least we were able to return to our old lives without any further troubles, and Eugene and I live together now. I used to live alone, but now it makes me anxious. I dream about that place from time to time. I dream about that place called Silent Hill. Now, as much as I tried to treat the situation like a joke, the scars left behind were deeper than I thought. People who live selfishly without any regard to those around them, they make me sick. Nobody's entitled to somebody else's life. John would never know the trauma that he inflicted on me, and for that I can only resent him until the end of my life. You know, it's kind of like ends on a very serious note. But I guess that's it. It's Misfiction. I guess all is well that ends well, mostly, except for the deep, drama. But don't worry about it. We got away, and everything's fine, right? I think, as far as I know, it was kind of hinted at on the store page, but apparently, I think that's a correct ending. There's only one ending in this game, but I mean, as far as I understand, there's a short version and a long version, and I think I got the long version because, slightly longer version, I guess, because it's kind of hinted as well that the main character Rylan totally has a crush on Eugene. It's like it's so obvious, but I think that's what it's implied. I think I got the right ending. I'm not entirely sure though. I think so. I'll double check later, maybe. But if it is, just obviously leave it as that. There's more. Oh, there you go. Obviously, there's an epilogue. Hey, Rylan. Yeah. After our escape, there was so much going on that I completely forgot about it. But that day, what did you want to tell me? Huh? You said that you'd tell me once we got out. It sounded pretty serious. Don't tell me you don't remember. Oh, no, I do remember. It's just something I've been meaning to say, but never had the courage. That night in the house, I wasn't sure if I'd ever see you again, so I just... What are you so afraid of? I don't know, losing you as a friend? What? Why would you lose me as a friend? Are you confessing a horrible crime? It's okay. I'll visit you in prison, with the other guy. You'll be bunkmates. No, I did not commit a crime. What the hell? Then why are you being so dramatic? Because I love you, idiot. There, I said it. Wait, in a friend or in I want to be your boyfriend way? Really? I can't believe it. I'm the exact opposite of your type. What says who? You. High school. And I quote, somebody super tall and giant and whatever. What do you say? Muscular? Okay, I remember, but I didn't mean that. If I told you my actual type, well, I would have been describing you. Well, it's a little silly you would lie about it. I described you when you asked me for my type, but apparently didn't give me away at all. Wait, you did? Does that mean I had a pretty big crush on you in high school? In high school? So not anymore? Why don't you find out? Alright. Okay. Childhood friends. The childhood friend trope, it works if the characters are gay, I guess. That's how it works. It's the rule. Otherwise, it doesn't work out. Anyway, the end. There you go. Oh, the game closes. What the heck? They'll close the game on me. And then go back to the main menu. Alright, there you go. There's a happy ending. I was wondering if I got it right. I'm assuming the trigger for that is talking to Eugene basically a bunch of times, That's what I was thinking in my head, that how I would get a longer ending. You just talk to Eugene a whole bunch. But there you go. That's the game. Yeah, it was pretty fun. The antagonist was kind of interesting. I imagine developer though definitely was trying to kind of deconstruct a little bit the yandere trope as well. Trying not to I guess glorify the obvious psychopathic stalker. It's I think that's what they're trying to do. I feel like that's the tone that I'm getting, right? It's obviously we shouldn't really just be sympathizing with such a person is the idea. Yeah. It's funny because I do play a lot of games, this type of character, male and female, and sometimes it is kind of like glorifying them a little bit. But they're villains at the end of the day. They should be treated such. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, what else can I say? What I'm trying to say is like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. It's just a pretty competent RPG Maker game. Kind of short. I guess the thing is that the only complaint I have definitely is kind of like finding all the items, I guess. It's such a small... Like, there's only a few rooms and everything, but like, it's just kind of hard to progress. I don't know what it is. There's just not a lot of like direction, not a lot of subtle direction of where the player needs to go. And I guess, I don't know. I feel like, because this game is technically one of the developer's earlier games, that I guess that's to be expected. Because I do notice in their other games that I've played, which was recently Ryuji Sleepover and Sophia is another game that I played. Those are a bit more polished, I think. They're more like full games, and I felt like the puzzles weren't as bad as this. Well, not bad. Not bad as in like the puzzles were like itself were bad, but rather kind of hard to progress. I guess if that makes sense, right? There was nothing to like figure out necessarily. It was more so like, like point and click adventure games. It's funny how I made the joke in the beginning, but it really did feel like that. It felt like you were just kind of like, it was like pixel hunting. There was just no hints or direction or any kind of like, I don't know, instructions, I guess, or it doesn't need instructions, but there was no real help when it comes to like looking for the actual item, right? Like, that you need to use a screwdriver on a vent, okay. But like, where to get the screwdriver? There's no like direction to that, First, you gotta like go over here. You gotta get a stuffed animal. How to get the stuffed animal? You gotta unlock the gambling room. How do you unlock the gambling room? You got this key. You go get this key over here. Where does key go? I don't know. Just click on every door until you find out. It's convoluted, right? It's kind of like there's too many things going on, and like, what should be obvious in real life just isn't so obvious in video game logic, I guess. And it's a bit too much, in my opinion, I guess. It's too contrived, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but like, it just kind of felt... I don't know. It just felt like you just get lost, basically. Which sometimes works, I guess. It's like, sometimes games want you to explore and like, you just figure things out. And that's fine, But I think what makes this game feel slow is what made the pacing feel very slow in terms of exploration is because the house felt very small, right? So you just end up like, at least for me anyway, I just end up going over to the same rooms over and over and over and over again, And maybe that's because the game itself was limited in that sense. Maybe the developer didn't have time to like put more rooms or like make a bigger house. I don't know. Yeah, I just felt like too much backtracking, That's what I felt like. I feel like exploration, you gotta balance it between like having like new areas versus like the places you need to be in to progress, right? So there's a certain balance to make the player feel like there's enough novelty, right? Every time you like go to a new room and whatnot. Yeah? So I think that's what it is. If I could fix this game, I don't know if the developer will ever come back with this game necessarily. But if I would fix this game, it would definitely like put more like stuff, in the actual rooms, like the stuff that we need to progress in the actual rooms that you explore like the first time, not like the second time, the third time, the fourth time, whatever. You don't have to backtrack every single time, and also get a bit of a hint as well. Like for example, when John, was the first time he drops a key, that wasn't very obvious at all, So like maybe give a hint to like or maybe some kind of like way to like make the player want to go back to that room in the first place, right? Not just like just leave it there, It just feels kind of like, I don't know, it makes the player feel lost if you don't do something in the story to make them want to go back to the room. Like for example, like if you're looking at the map, what would have been interesting is that if you were looking at the map, that's what kind of triggers the chase sequence. Normally you look at the map, and then you move down, and that triggers a flag for John to chase you, right? What would have been interesting is that you look at the map, and then suddenly the game cuts it, right? So like you look at the map for like half a second or like maybe 1 second, but not enough time for the player to absorb that information. You cut it, and then suddenly John is like there and then wants to chase you or whatever, right? So that makes the player want to go back to that room so they can finish looking at that map. That would have been like a very subtle way, right? That's game design, right? It's like the subtle way to like make them go back to that room and then look at the map and also grab that key because, you know, sparkling and all that. Anyway, it's very long-winded, but basically, yeah, you know, I think the developer for this game anyway had much more to improve, and they did. I think, you know, I remember when I played the other games, I think they improved. I don't know. It's kind of weird, like playing like an older game the developer made, I guess, when they weren't as experienced. I feel like, at least in my opinion, at least that's the feeling that I got. Yeah, I don't know. It's still kind of interesting, and it's funny how like I feel like the game definitely does not want to glorify John, but like I did kind of want more hijinks of him. You know, I don't know. In my head, like the game was kind of very serious at the end, but like in my head, I think he's just really socially awkward. Like he doesn't know how to interact with people. I think he's very lonely. You know? He's super rich, which is like, you know, probably a bad combination. You know, having so much power and everything, but also just being like not knowing how to interact with people. But like, but yeah, like I do feel like John is kind of like misunderstood in a way. Like I think he, like, if this was like a comedy like story, like purely a comedy story, they would definitely play it off as like him just not knowing how to like express his feelings to anyone because he's never actually had anyone to express it to, right? So like that's the thing I was getting from him, you know. But I don't know. I feel like the developer again didn't want to like make him too sympathetic because then it'd be like justifying him like stalking and, you know, kidnapping the main character and everything. But I don't know. I just felt like that's what I got from John. Like the way he speaks and the way he like, you know, is assuming things from other people. Like he just doesn't. He's like he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to, you know, deal with people at all. Someone needs to like tell him to not do that. I guess, you know. Someone needs to like tell him how to be like a human. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I just find like a funny. I find him like a funny antagonist more than anything. But anyway, I mean, I guess that's where the comedy part comes from, right? You know, it is technically kind of comedy horror. You know, the main character also is kind of swears a lot. Is like is kind of sarcastic a few times. I feel like, you know, I guess that's where the comedy part is. Anyway, yeah, I guess yeah, that's it for Misfiction. It was all right, you know, definitely. Kind of like like a peek at like what the developer was like when they made this game. But definitely, if you're interested, if you haven't checked it out already, check out the developers' other games because they definitely improved on the other games. Anyway, that'll be it for this game. All right, I guess if you're on YouTube, you didn't know I stream these games live on Twitch, so check me out over there if you're interested. I also have other playthroughs in the channel, so you can look for those if you want. You know, I played developers' other games before, and they definitely improved, I would say. As I mentioned before, Luigi Sleepover and Sophia. Sophia? Is that a question mark? Sophia? Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.